Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Astra Microwave Products Limited Q1FY26 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on the date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. I now hand the conference over to Mr. S. G. Reddy, Managing Director of Astra Microwave Products Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to the participants to the post-results call of our Q1. I am with my colleagues, Mr. M. V. Reddy, Joint Managing Director, and Atim Kabra, Director, Strategy and Business Development, and Investor Relations Advisors, SGA. The results and investor presentation for the Q1FY26 are already uploaded on the company website and stock exchanges. I hope you had a chance to look at it. I am pleased to report that we had a strong start to FY26. For the first quarter, on a standalone basis, we saw a solid increase in our top line at 197 crores, growing by about 28.1% year on year. Our other profit margins have also gone up. So these numbers highlight the strength of our core business. When we look at our industry today, it is clear that the Indian defense sector is going through a significant transformation. The Government of India has taken several progressive steps in recent years to strengthen the domestic defense manufacturing ecosystem, including liberalizing foreign direct investment limits, promoting indigenous design and development, introducing the defense testing infrastructure scheme, and giving priority to domestic procurement. These initiatives reflect a clear and determined commitment to build a self-reliant, globally competitive defense industrial base. The results of these efforts are already visible. The increase in India's defense budget clearly demonstrates government intent to rapidly build a national capability. This policy direction has also opened new opportunities for private sector players, enabling us to set up investments, scale up innovation, and participate more meaningfully in critical national programs. Our standalone order book now stands at 1891 crores, giving us strong visibility for the coming quarters. Most of these orders are built to spec in nature, which means value add is higher as compared to build to print. Also, we are making significant steps and investments to get into radar systems, not only for defense but also into weather applications. We are a significant player in competing for business opportunity in MOSAM program of Government of India, which requires deployment of these radars across the country in a phased manner. This initiative is expected to generate recurring orders in the coming years. Apart from weather radar, over the medium term, we see opportunities particularly in lightweight, low-level radars, anti-drone radars, and ground penetration radars. In Q2, we received an important order worth 135 crores at a gross value from the Defense Research and Development Organization in August 2025. This project involves upgradation of ground-based radar systems. Further, we remain committed to advancing indigenous innovation across the defense, space, and meteorological sectors. Backed by a strong order book and significant order booking opportunities in the near term and a deep focus on execution, we are confident in our ability to sustain growth and create long-term value in the quarters to come. In the last few years, we have made conscious and strategic investments to diversify, both in terms of technology and sectors where we are in. We are also now building a strong and credible presence in the space sector. Our standalone order book includes about 239 crores worth of orders from the space sector. These comprise high-quality, complex components and subsystems that require precision engineering, reliability, and a deep technical know-how, areas where Astra has consistently delivered. As you are aware, we have incorporated a wholly owned subsidiary by name Astra Space Technologies Private Limited recently to focus in space business in a bigger way, and have already taken steps to recruit skilled manpower and to establish clean and assembly rooms for assembly and integration of small-sized satellites. These operations will be carried out from our Bangalore facility with support from Hyderabad Space Division, which has more than 20 plus years of experience in supplying under BTS and BTP mode various electronic components and subsystems required for ground and onboard applications. In terms of group companies' performance, our wholly owned subsidiaries are doing well, though they are largely serving our capital consumption needs. Our joint venture company, Astra Rafael Comsys Private Limited too, has done well during the quarter, and its prospect looks bright for the coming years. It has an order book of 400 plus crores as of today, and is expected to do about 350 plus crores of top line with a PBT of around 10% for the year. It has potential to bag close orders. It has potential to bag close to about 800 plus crores of orders during the rest of the year. With this, now I hand over to Mr. M. V. Reddy, Joint MD, and later on to Mr. Akin Kabra, who will give more insight into new initiatives, product development, business outlook in the near and long term, and the strategies adopted by the company to take this to next level of growth cycle. Mr. M. V. Reddy.
Thank you, SGR. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As SGR mentioned, we started FY26 with a decent performance in the first quarter, as we have almost on track towards reaching out the projected orders inflow and as well as sales for this quarter. I will be sharing few key achievements and business updates of this quarter. Regarding order book, as we mentioned, we are at 1891 crores as on 30th June, and we have received worth of 150 crores in July. Also, we have concluded negotiations of 150 crores more worth of orders, and 100 crores more orders are in pipeline. And all these orders are expected to be received in Q2. In Q1, we have booked a significant development contract like active antenna array unit for Virupaksha from DRDO, and all other orders are production in nature from domestic market in radar, EW, and meteorology domain. With regard to sales, we are at par with our target, and we don't see any major challenge meeting out targets of current financial year. During the quarter, we have built major products including Ashlesh and Rohini modules for BEL, and medium-range tracking target radar for DRDO, RF modules for defense satellite and for ISRO, X-band Doppler weather radar for meteorology, and few other defense communication products for DPSUs, underscoring our timely execution and delivery capabilities. I am also happy to share few other key achievements of the last quarter, which includes successful completion of site acceptance test of first ever developed photonics radar by DRDO, which has maximum contribution from our company. Also, we have got technology from DEAL. This is basically this is called the CTCS, which is Compact Trans-Horizon Communication System, which our team is working on that. Our JVC ARC started this financial year with a marginal profits made in Q1, as the majority of sales were shifted to the current quarter due to few supply chain issues and a delay in customer acceptance. However, we are confident of meeting yearly guidance of order inflow being projected in the beginning of the year, and also sales we would be achieving as per the guidance. ARC is actively pursuing more opportunities in the domain of tactical communication and electro-optics, as we being informed in the previous calls. and expected to grow in a rapid pace with initiatives being taken to strengthen it in all aspects. As Mr. SG had mentioned, we are expecting close to $100 million worth of orders before March 26. With a strong order inflow, healthy pipeline, and strengthened technology capabilities, we are confident of delivering consistent growth and creating long-term value for our stakeholders. Our focus remains on executing existing strategic important contracts, which we bagged from DRDO, like for AAAU for LCA Mark II and also for Virupaksha. These are all very critical orders, and we will be focusing to execute efficiently by leveraging new opportunities in defense, aerospace, satellite, and meteorology market segments. That's all from my side. I would be happy to answer your questions. Now I'll hand over to Mr. Atim Kabra. Thank you.
Thank you, Azia, and thank you, MVR, and a good afternoon, everybody. Things are looking good, and I have often spoken about our vision and what we intend doing to ensure that we thrive and grow and deliver value and create value over the next multiple decades. But as you know, to gaze into the future and to move forward, we have to understand where we are and how we have evolved into what we are today. The vision of the directors of Astra has been to create an extremely well-diversified, multi-revenue, multi-tech-driven, deep tech company that has created today the foundation for, I would say, a multi-decadal growth opportunity and at a pace that should be welcomed by all of you. So, what has been created by the original founders of Astra, and hats off to them, and built upon by the current board and management, is nothing short of a prime example of how tech trends need to be captured in time and concerted action taken to capitalize on the opportunities that present themselves. I'll dwell a little bit on the various product lines which we have to define for you very clearly that how Astra is an extremely well-diversified company, which is critical from a risk management perspective and from the point of view of capturing multiple revenue streams which will come in from many areas as we progress. So, did you know that Astra moved into MMIC chips more than 2 decades back? And these are the basic building blocks of TR modules that are the backbone for most of our core products. We have today a portfolio of more than 40 chips, and we are focusing on building them up and upgrading quite a few of them to compete in the global markets where potential exists to sell chips in excess of $50 million or more over the next 5 years or so from this portfolio alone. And you have already seen the global relationships which we are trying to put together, Teledyne, etc., to enable these sales on a global basis. Astra set up its space business, which was spoken about by SG Reddy right now, in excess of 230 crores is our order book. But we set up the space business more than a decade back, and that is the foresight which the management had. And credit is due to the management team for doing so then. In the space sector, hardware supply chain, Astra has a very spread out presence across the spectrum. We make critical components, have extensive test facilities to ensure the space worthiness of our products. We make critical subsystems. We contribute significantly to multiple payloads, be they in the communication area or be they SAR-enabled payloads. Astra has been beefing up its satellite bus design capabilities, and we have a clean room, which, as you mentioned, to assemble small satellites in our Bangalore unit near Reddy. We have made a conscious decision for now not to go in for launch vehicles, but we already have a presence in the ground station capability, in the ground station segment. So as you know, what I'm trying to paint is that we have a capability which exists across the entire spectrum of satellite hardware. And we intend building up significant capabilities in data monetization space too, to provide a complete satellite-based data ecosystem. And it was in recognition, I must mention, of our capabilities that one of the leading defense PSUs recently had formed a SPV with us to bid for a specific space tender. And we hope that we'll collaborate with them and others in our space-related endeavors going forward. So our order book, as you mentioned, is in excess of 230 crores over there. And given where companies with very limited indigenous capabilities are valued, you might find that our space business is actually very, very valuable. Similarly, when we talk of our diversified order book and product portfolio, it would be very necessary to highlight our capabilities in meteorological and hydrological sector. We just heard about Project Mosam with an allocation of more than 2,000 crores. And at this point in time, and we can correct me, but I think out of 14 Doppler weather radars which are installed in India, 13 are from Astra. Many more are in the offing, and we make wind profilers. We have more than 2,000 installs of automatic weather stations. And we build our ground station capabilities on the back of this data overhaul backbone, which allows us to collate the data from remote locations and download them into the servers of IMD. But we are not resting on our laurels here. We are refining our weather products continuously. We are building indigenous software capabilities to interpret these signals which are captured. And in the end, we want to offer not just hardware, but complete weather as a service, data as a service to the rest of the world for the benefit of all. It is a nice, sizable, scalable business. We expect that in the next 2 years, we should have an order book in excess of 400, 500 crores from these segments alone. And that is the strength of Astra's capabilities across the board. Our first AI initiative is almost ready, where we intend using AI to help predict the weather with a fairly high predictive accuracy. And that makes for a complete solution from Astra's stable. So if you notice, I have been spelling out order potential from our non-defense businesses, which on its own is probably is in excess of twice our current turnover. And if this business will flow in, we are successful, very, very successful over the next 4 to 5 years. So the strength of Astra, I'll repeat, lies in being a very well-diversified company, which provides an insulation layer to the main aerospace and defense segment, where the timelines can go a little bit this side or that side. We spoke about ARC, our JV with Rafael Israel in SDRs. There are not too many successful joint ventures of the nature which are scaling up nicely and contribute to our consolidated bottom line consistently. This is a testament to the fact that we have not only the required capabilities, but we are able to source tech and indigenize it to a certain extent for creating value. It is expected, in my opinion, and again, as you can chip in on this, that we will have an order book in excess of $100 million in this from the JV alone pretty soon. So please watch this space fairly carefully, as this is a profitable diversification for our shareholders. So in our core business, if I talk about that now for a second, we are now creating platform capabilities on the back of a deeply backward integrated capability set, which has been built up over decades. We make the MMICs, we make the TR modules, we make the radars, be they for ground forces, be they for airborne platforms, and be they for the Navy. And this is not just us. Astra has proved itself repeatedly with complex projects completed in collaboration with our defense labs. We have successfully delivered what we have just mentioned, shipborne radars over the last 12 months. And much has been spoken about Uttam radars to be deployed in Tejas. where we competed amongst the best. And dare I say that almost all parameters we did well. And proudly made in India radars have performed very well thanks to the efforts of our scientists and research labs. So there is a need to promote, I would say, domestic tech in the face of competition, which is global. But at the same time, a very fine, delicate balance needs to be maintained between the needs of the armed forces and timely and successful deliveries of multiple platforms, as we will all agree. So these planes, but it's not just India. The planes need to be upgraded across the world, and we are very seriously looking at how do we go into that segment now, building on the platforms which we have in sight and have completed. On the totally 100% Astra radars, I am laying much hopes on the promise of our R&D team that they will deliver at least 3 new radars this year, which have a massive market, both globally as well as within India over the next 12 months. That is the delivery timeline. This adds to our product portfolio significantly as 100% Astra products. Right from the PCBs to the software, to the RDP, to the software which integrates it all, everything will be through our own supply chain, which we shall create for our own products. And that is when we hit the globe and market our solutions. Guys, this is an extremely fast developing market where the efforts of scientists, be they are DPSUs, DRDOs, are now coming up with products which are world class, second to none, and 100% Indian. And I think in a multipolar world which demands supply chain resilience, self-reliance is the key, as we all know. But we are not focusing only on indigenous tech, where we need to collaborate with partners, as we demonstrated in the case of ARC, our JV with Israel Rafael. We are focused on collaboration from partners in product lines where we don't have a significant presence, but there's a timely need for the products to be delivered. But our focus will be on commercialization of indigenously developed technology. It would be incomplete to not speak about the latest anti-drone systems which Astra is developing. We are focused on long-range jamming detection and multi-directional jamming, which should hold us in good stead. I can safely say that we have, at this point in time, there are more than 36 programs in which Astra is participating in various anti-drone systems, RFIs, etc., etc. And we see this both as a domestic and export market. So, if I gaze into the future, what are we talking about? This has been, I think, established the fact that we are a very well diversified company with significant and sizable business in our non-core business, if I may say, if I define them as non-core, though I think they are as integrated with us as possible. MMIC chips, that's where, as we move into the semiconductor space, as miniaturization takes hold, digital takes hold, MMIC will play a very, very important role. And we have already signed one equity participation linked transaction with a chip development company, and another one should be closing very soon. And that's the kind of a leap strategy, lean and learn and collaborate thing which we have always spoken about. So over 3 decades, the base which we have created and the basic building blocks which have been put in place over the years are now being utilized to create complete platforms where Astra is extremely well positioned. And we have spoke about Virupaksh. And I think we have scored some very positive moves over there, which can itself result in a business which is more than twice our entire turnover when productization commences. I'll let that sink in for a second. These are the kind of orders which are going to be coming in now. So in a very well diversified multiple platform company with 4 building blocks, which are already in place, I think we are in a fairly decent position. And I have a feeling that the businesses, I've not calculated it exactly, but what I've spoken about today itself adds up to a potential in excess of 4,000, 5,000 crores over the next 5-6 years. And this is, by the way, besides our regular revenue lines. So the future indeed looks bright. That's a sizable growth if I'm talking about over the next 5 years. So our focus remains on breaking up the massive potential into executable pieces and a razor-eye focus on delivering the numbers without fail. Let the numbers speak for themselves and single out the leading players in the industry. We are carving a niche, a space of our own, alongside the much larger defense PSUs and the defense labs, which are our esteemed partners. We would prefer to deliver more than talk. And with that, let's open the field for questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Amit Dixit from Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for the opportunity. Congratulations for a good set of numbers at the start of the year. My first question is around the order inflow. In the prepared remarks, you mentioned a number of 800 crores. Just wanted to understand whether it is the residual order inflow that you are mentioning, or is it the total order inflow? Also, if you could break it up in different segments like radar, EW systems, that would be great. That is the first question. The second question is on Uttam Radar. Have we received the order for this for the system that we were that we was going to supply? And if not, then when do we expect to receive it, and what could be the quantum of this order in this year?
Yeah, Amit, regarding this order book of 800 crores, this we have referred in case of our joint venture company. And this is, just to clarify, it is expected to book additional 800 crores of orders during this financial year.
Ms. Amit, this regarding Uttam Radar, as we understand, HAL, they are increasing the order quantity on imported systems in view of delay in few tests of DRDO, the reason what being quoted. But we have been pursuing it at every level, and they've been saying that in the first phase itself, at least some quantity can be definitely inducted. So only thing is that today we are not in a position to tell when and how much quantity can be inducted in the phase 1. We are expecting at least 10 to 12 numbers for which LSP has been given by Semilac. So at least that quantity, DRDO, I think they are trying with the HAL and all, but it is too early to mention about that. So otherwise, the second phase, 97 numbers, definitely I think DRDO is very confident that this particular radar can be inducted in the LCA Mark 1A. So we are hoping to see that particular time. So we cannot inform exactly when this can be inducted and what is the quantity and all. So only time can tell. Maybe next 3 to 4 months, I think we'll be in a position to inform you exactly on the Uttam.
So just to clarify, what would be the order inflow that we expect this year for the main company?
Yeah, for Astra, actually we are given guidance of around 1,300 to 1,400 crores out of which we have booked as on date, that is up to now, we have booked around 260 crores, including 137 crores of Q1 plus additional order what we booked is in July, as I mentioned, about 115 crores plus another 20-30 crores. So total we have, I think, booked around 260 crores as on date in this financial year. And we are quite confident to book another 1100 or so by March 26.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Neeraj Mansinka from White Pine Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so you said about receiving Virupaksha order in the orders. So what was the value of the order for Virupaksha?
Value I cannot mention in the open discussion, but we have received two numbers of AAU. Actually, we and BEL shared the quantity. So we received this contract and we started execution.
You received 2 and BEL received 2, or it's 1 each?
2 and BEL received 1.
Okay. And so what does it imply? This is more like transfer technology to check the product, or is it just which phase is it like? Is it more like a testing phase for the product?
Is a development contract. So we have
Okay.
been So this is we are developing AAU in collaborating with DRDO.
Got it. And on the I think the can you also share something about the anti-drone? I think you've talked about 3 dozen programs that you have participated. Can you tell us slightly longer period what can be the potential opportunity in that programs combined?
I mean, shall I attempt that?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I think the very paradigm of warfare has changed and drones are now at the forefront. Okay. So as we speak, probably every army in the world is trying to figure out how to incorporate drones as a key part of their warfare, and as a corollary, how to incorporate anti-drone systems, both on the civilian side as well as on the military side, to prevent drones from causing havoc. So we expect, there are multiple reports I have seen in terms of estimates of the total potential business, but probably this is one of the massive, and they're all over in terms of numbers, right? But it is probably one of the most critical developments in the field of military, which has happened over years. So we decided, instead of drones, which have a full range, right? Some of them are commoditized, some of them are highly specialized. We would focus on anti-drone systems, which are capable of taking down the cheap commercially available drones which come in regular frequencies, to drones which come on non-standard frequencies. And I must tell you that we are one of the few companies we have the capability to create jamming solutions in non-standard frequencies over a long range. Shorter range, there's a fair amount of competition. But I think the winners will be distinguished between the range and where you can accomplish, what bands you can block, etc., etc. So it's massive. We don't know who will get what kind of an orders. Okay, I think the fact that in 6 months we have participated in more than 3 dozen RFIs itself speaks volumes about the kind of potential which exists not only here but globally also.
Thank you. I think the reason I asked was because it's quite a large, wide guess. Actually, I thought I'll rack your brain.
It is, honestly, it is. We are very excited. We are very excited about that.
And got it. And can you just give us some more color on the two programs? One you talked about ground penetration, and second on the ship-based radar. What I thought was the S-band radar, very few companies can make.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Yeah. And we.
Yeah, as far as shipborne radar, the development contract which we have received from DRDO, which is almost in the final stage of execution, and by December 2025, we are likely to complete our part of testing and make acceptance and all. And Navy, I understand Navy is showing interest in getting more similar shipborne radar, but these are all in discussion stage. I think it is too early to comment on the quantity and as well as the business, how much business we can get, follow-on business on this particular project. So regarding ground penetrating radar, yes, we have developed a handheld ground penetrating radar. And we are now we have made a prototype, and now we are developing engineering model, which is likely to get completed in next couple of months. We are participating in a few RFPs. Now I think probably we will start giving them demo from let's say September, October onwards, so that we are likely to book a few orders at least by March 26.
Oh, that's wonderful. And last one, small question on the S-band ship-based. How many TR would be that modules is there?
It all depends on the configuration. So we can't say that this is particular TR model because in one particular ship, the range, it all decided by the range and the ship on which they wanted to mount it and the size of the radar. So all that, there are so many other parameters to be looked into to decide on the number of TR modules.
Okay. So if the larger say 6 feet by 6 feet, and please pardon my ignorance, if the larger 6 feet by 6 feet also, you would still be participating, considering that you have made a smaller version of the ship SBR. Is it the right understanding?
Yeah, we can participate in a larger program also.
Oh, great. So that's a large opportunity. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Rupesh Tatia from Sri Rama Managers PMS. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir, and good set of numbers. I think my first humble submission, sir, is in 1 hour call. I think management is taking 30 minutes. If we can find a way to shorten that and leave more time for questions, that would be very helpful. So that is my first humble suggestion. My first question, sir, is in one of the slide presentation, you have said that you are working or developed some ASA X-band seeker. So can you just give some idea about, is it for the missile, which missile is it, at what stage that program is it in like development stage, and then when that program is likely to commercialize, how many missile requirement is there with the forces?
Yeah, the X-band seeker, we have already delivered to DRDO, and it is successfully mounted, qualified, tested, and we got a follow-on order also, which is under execution. Unfortunately, I cannot give you the names of missile programs because of the confidential in nature, but the potential is huge. In fact, the discussions what we are having it, at least we are expecting more than 50 to 60 numbers in next 2 to 3 years time frame.
Okay, sir, that is helpful. The other second question, sir, is I think in the Kusha program, you have said that you supply components for the radar. But how about missile? Do you supply some components to missiles also?
No. For Kusha, we don't have any subsystems for the missile segment. But for the radar, we have subsystems.
And how, I mean, where is that program in your view? When will the commercial production of that program likely to start in your view?
It's in development stage. In all probability, I think in next couple of years we should DRDO, BEL and BDL should be in a position to complete that proto maybe in next couple of years. But this is in a development stage as of now. I cannot comment exactly on timelines because we are not the prime party to execute the system model. We are only supplying subsystems to that program.
Okay, that is helpful, sir. The other question, sir, is it look, I mean, obviously Virupaksha is a larger opportunity compared to Uttam radar, given there are 260 planes, but it also looks like there is also competition at integrated radar level, and also I feel, at least whatever tenders I have seen, it looks like there is competition at the TRM or tiles level also. So can you give some view about competition, and I mean, other than that you have done it for Uttam, what is our right to win? How can we make sure that we get lion's share in Virupaksha radar?
Yeah, actually, if you look at the Virupaksha radar, there are many subsystems are there. Like one is the AAAU, that is active antenna array unit. This is a tile version, which, as I mentioned, we and BEL have received the contract in a competitive tender. Apart from that, we are also developing the AAAU in plank version also, that based on the Uttam technology. In fact, both are going in parallel. So they are trying to explore whichever the technology gets into that, so that will be make productionized. So we are there into both the versions. Apart from that, of course, there are other subsystems like in EW suite, and then other components. Few components like multi-channel exciter receiver, which the other companies have won. But we are going to bid for some more subsystems, which is like RPU, and there are a few other subsystems are there. So like there are many subsystems, but AAAU is a major subsystem, which is almost like I would say 55 to 65% of the entire the radar.
So which, I mean, at least from technology point of view, is plank-based radar better or is tiles-based radar better?
Actually, as the technology is concerned, DRDO is like, they are exploring to utilize the style version. So it all we need to work out, and based on the, the specifications, what we can get, and the technology can evolve, I think the DRDO can take a decision, but mostly like it is a tile version only as on today.
Okay. The other question, sir, is recently Bell won a 2,000 crore contract for air defense fire control radar. So it is for which platform, and I, at least given how strong we are in the radars, are we involved in that program, and what kind of contribution can we expect in this air defense fire control radar 2,000 crore contract?
Yeah, in fact, I wanted to give you a pleasant surprise by quoting this, but I missed out in my opening remarks. Yes, we are there in this program, and we are a part of this program where we supplied almost 50 to 60% of subsystems like TR modules in this program. So we are likely to get orders very soon by next couple of quarters.
But this is for which application, which platform, any color around them?
Continuous version of fire control radar, CR, and this is a lightweight radar being used by Army. Anyway, BEL I think is the system supplier. Probably Bell can give more information about the radar.
Guys, let's give others a chance also to ask questions. You are most welcome to contact us. And as far as your opening thing is concerned, I've received 4 SMSs or WhatsApps right now that they expect us to talk more about our strategy rather than limit ourselves, because this is probably the chance for everybody to understand the vision.
Then maybe you should extend the time of the call, sir. Then, yeah, I think then maybe we should keep the 90 minutes call, sir. Yeah.
We will request you to contact us for more answers individually. Let's give others a chance also, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Parag Bhatia from Sukrit Investments Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity and congratulations for a great set of numbers. I just wanted to touch upon two things. One, we believe that the SDR trial for our JV ARC has come out with flying colors. So could you provide any more clarity as to when would we win the bid, or are we bidding for that? And for that is the first question. And the second is, are we participating in the Myanmar government, with the Myanmar government for radar technology that Myanmar military would be using, especially I think for Drishti low-level lightweight radar. So if you could just please throw some light on that. Thank you.
The first question, yes, ARC is qualified in the initial trials. The final trials are going to happen soon. And yes, we are confident of getting through those final trials also. And we will be in competition for the prize bid opening. So that is the answer to your first question. And as far as the second question, the other Myanmar is a bit of confidential. I do not want to give anything now at this stage. Maybe I think we may have to see for next at least 4 to 5 months, and I'll be in position to answer your question on this.
Okay.
That's also subject to the regime.
There are so many other aspects to that. So that's the reason I said we have to wait for some more time to clarify that.
Yeah, I completely understand. No worries.
Yeah.
Thank you. And just for clarity for the SDR radars, so could you give us a timeline as to by when could we expect or?
Yeah, actually, as we mentioned in the opening remarks, this year before March 26, I think we should have 3 major contracts should be in place. Then 3 contracts put together is close approximately around $100 million. So all 3, and we are not considered actually the Make-2 program which is likely to complete because we have a competition over there. So these 3 programs, what we have mentioned, $100 million is on a single party, on tenders. So this we are going to get with 100% probability.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. Should you have a follow-up question, we would request you to rejoin the queue. The next question is from the line of Ajit Sethi from Echo Quantum Solutions. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. So as we have a good order book in our hand and we have a great market opportunity for our products going ahead, so what kind of revenue growth we are targeting for FY26 and for next 2 years? And what kind of profitability margin we can expect?
Yeah, we are expecting growth of around 18 to 20% year on year, and profitability also we are trying to maintain this same profit whatever we have given the guidance of the current year, because since we are focusing more onto the domestic business and we are almost cutting down the BTP business, hence our profit margins will still remain comfortable.
So this 20% of EBITDA margin we are expecting, right?
Yeah, most of the profit margins, whatever we have earned as of last financial year, I think we should be able to maintain. And rather, I would say that there will be slight improvement.
Okay, understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Keyur Kumar from Niveshai. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Congratulations on good set of numbers, sir. My question is, first of all, related to the space vertical. Like you mentioned, there is a big opportunity ahead of us. So, can you tell us more about how many ground stations would be working out on that aspect, and whether it is a service at the other portions? So that that would increase a lot of potential on the revenue. So, our CAGR on the longer term perspective would be increased, or how you are evaluating on this front?
Yeah, we are trying to focus on both ground stations and as well as on the satellite building. And initially we have started building the small satellites from the LEO orbit for particular application, and that in fact it is already on. And in future we are also trying to take up few constellations with the consortium partners whom we already have.
તમે જે વ્યક્તિને કોલ કર્યો છે તેને તમારો કોલ હોલ્ડ પર રાખ્યો છે.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I think somebody has.
Yeah. And the next question would be on the MMIC. You have mentioned that we have approval on the numbers. So I misheard the numbers. So can you repeat that opportunity? And is there any long-term contract we are planning with the foundries and all?
Yeah, actually we have long-term contracts with the foundries both in Taiwan and as well as in France. Right now we are working on the gallium arsenide and gallium nitride technology, and soon we will start working in CMOS and BiCMOS technology also, wherein we are trying to develop a few chips with the partnering with a few companies who have got experience in that particular domain. And but most of these components, we are basically developing for captive consumption. And apart from that, yes, we do have a direct market to the OEMs across the globe. But our focus more on building the subsystem based out of the technology what we develop, so that we'll become more competitive and technically to make sure that we can beat our competition in the entire system. That is what our strategy is as far as MMIC is concerned.
Okay, and my last question is, in last con call you have mentioned that we are developing on 3 to 4 seeker, and X-band has already been approved. So is there any further development on the other seekers? And can you show us the light on the Navitronics JV?
Other seeker in other band, yes, it is also we have completed the qualification of RF head, and the complete seeker DRDO is planning to have the trials in sometime in September, October. I think probably by December that seeker also should get qualified. So in this year end, I think we should be in a position to inform you that about the potential for that other seeker also. Now, as far as the Navitronics JV is concerned, the development part of that particular module is almost completed, and it is in the final stage of acceptance. And very soon we are going to come out with the products for the end user. And once we finalize the total market on that, and we will be able to inform you.
Okay, thank you, and all the best for the future, sir.
Thank you.